Serpent's Island. The spear missed my throat by an inch. I didn't see who threw it. When I opened my eyes, 7 more were aimed at my face. The women holding them weren't human. Green-scaled skin, eyes that never blinked, snake tails where legs should be. Scream and you die faster. The voice came from the one wearing a crown made of thorns and bone. I tried to move. 3 spears slammed into the black sand around my head, so close I felt the vibration in my skull. I don't repeat myself. I looked closer. They had snake tails instead of legs. Black armor. All of them were at least 2 meters tall. Get up, walk. I stood up. I was on a beach of volcanic sand. There were black cliffs, no birds in sight. Nothing could be heard but waves. The march. They made me walk. The rocks cut my feet. We climbed a path on the cliff. I saw a city carved in black stone, towers, bridges of bone, a palace in the center. The throne hall. They took me to the throne hall. The columns were human skulls stacked high, all male. Some still had flesh. Kneel! A spear struck behind my knees. I fell. The throne moved. It wasn't a throne. It was a massive snake tail, white. It uncoiled. I saw the woman joined to it. White skin, platinum hair, crown of horns, blue eyes without pupils. Another man on my shores. She slid closer. Her tongue was split. She flicked it near my face. You smell of gasoline, of the outer world. Do you know where you are? No. Serpent's Island. It is not on any map. Here, men come to die. She pointed at the skulls. All of them came like you, castaways. All of them died. Some lasted days, others only hours. You decide how long you will last. What do you want? Nothing. You are an accident. But we have traditions. Tomorrow the trials begin. If you survive 7 days, 7 trials, you may choose how to die. If not, you die as food. The cell. They locked me in a cell beneath the palace. There was another man, thin, missing an eye. I'm Thomas. I've been here 53 days, maybe 54. Marcus, how did you get here? My ship wrecked. The current brought me like all of us. Is there any way to escape? No. We are on an island that doesn't exist, surrounded by snake women who eat men. The sea brought us. The sea will never let us go. I sat against the wall. It was damp and cold. What are the trials? Fights, hunts, games where you die. There are 7. No one reaches the 7th. That night, I didn't sleep. I heard hissing in the corridors. Something dripped. It wasn't water. Trial 1. The arena. At dawn, they came for me. First trial. They led me to an arena carved into the mountain. Hundreds of snake women filled the stands. Queen watched from above. Survive until the sun touches that peak and die. They shoved me into the center. They threw me a rusty sword so old it bent easily. The gate opened. 3 different snake women entered. More savage with broken scales and metal plates. Red eyes, drooling black venom. The rabid ones. They haven't eaten for 6 moons. They surrounded me. The first attacked. I ducked. Her claws swiped over my head. The second struck me with her tail. Something cracked in my ribs. The sword shattered when I blocked. I was left with a shard of metal. One of the rabbit ones opened her mouth. I drove the metal into her palate. She staggered back, bleeding venom. I saw torches on the posts. I ran, knocked a post down, and grabbed the torch. The fire made them back off. I kept the fire between them and me. Every minute felt eternal. The sun moved so slow. When it touched the peak, I was bleeding from 7 wounds. Enough. You survived. Aftermath. Back in the cell. Thomas healed me with moss from the walls. It burns, but it stops infection. Tomorrow will be worse. It's always worse. How many trials did you pass? 3. In the 4th, they'll make me watch while another dies. It's how they break those who get far. I saw marks on the wall. Names, dates, some from the 1600s. A crude map of a tunnel. It doesn't work. It leads to the nest where they're born. Worse than dying. Trial 2. The swamp. Second day, they dropped me into a swamp. Dead trees, black water, toxic fog. Find the obsidian totem. Bring it back before noon or die. The water was thick. It reached my knees, then my chest. Something moved beneath. The hunters. More snake than woman. Only their eyes above the water. One grabbed my ankle, dragged me under. I shoved my fingers into its eyes. It let go. I saw the totem on a small island. A massive snake coiled around it. A matriarch, the size of a prehistoric anaconda. The matriarch opened her eyes. Come for the totem, mammal. It was a trap, but the sun was rising. I ran. The matriarch moved fast. She struck me with her tail, broke 2 ribs, but I grabbed the totem. I crawled out of the swamp at noon. The queen was waiting. Interesting. Trials. 3 and 4. 3rd day, 3rd trial. 4th day, 4th trial. Thomas died in the 4th. The Rippers tore him apart while I faced another trial in a different arena. Trial 5. Confession. 5th day, they took me to a chamber filled with volcanic steam. Only the queen. Your ancestor killed 17 of us in 1823. Captain William Pierce. I had no idea how she knew that. This island exists for revenge. The descendants of those who hunted us are drawn here. The sea brings them. She coiled her tail around me without touching. Confess the crimes of your bloodline or die. The words spilled out of me. Crimes I never knew. Ancestors I'd never heard of. I spoke for hours. In the end, I was crying. 5th trial complete. 6th day, 6th trial. 7th day, 7th trial. They took me to the top of the volcano. The caldera was filled with black water. Jump. At the bottom, there's a pearl. Bring it back. I jumped. The water was freezing. I sank fast. The pressure was unbearable. I saw a light below, a pearl on an altar of bones. I swam toward it. My lungs burped. I took the pearl. The skeletons moved. Thousands of bony hands grabbed me. They dragged me downward. I kicked. I struck. The pearl glowed in my hand. It gave me strength. I broke their grip. I swam upward. I surfaced. But in my hand there was no pearl. There was a black egg veined with gold. Impossible. The egg of the first mother. The egg cracked. A small serpent emerged with rainbow scales. It coiled around my wrist. The prophecy. A man would pass the trials. He would awaken the first mother. He would become the father of the new age. I felt the venom entering my veins. It didn't hurt. It felt right. What does it mean? You will be half man, half serpent. Our children will conquer the oceans, then the land. Do I have a choice? Yes. Accept or feed the sharks. The little serpent hissed on my wrist, almost like a song. I looked at the sea. I looked at the queen. I took her hand. I accept. The serpents screamed. The volcano shook. In the depths of the ocean, something woke.